What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another video. So I just want to do a quick video, just give you a quick update when it comes to the election. So the election, the Georgia runoff, and I'm still watching it now. We still do not have, they have not declared any winners, but the race is very, very close. You have Mr. Warnock, he's up by about 35,000 points. You have Senator Perdue, he's up by about 1,000 points. So we're looking at a situation where it's a statistical dead heat when it comes to Ossoff and Perdue, and it looks like Reverend Warnock is going to be able to win that seat. Although they have not declared it yet, he's up by 35,000 votes. And so we're looking at a really crazy situation that I don't even think anyone imagined it would be this close, and we could potentially have two Democrats representing Georgia. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I just want to talk a little bit about how the stimulus package is really affecting this race and what could happen if we do have two Democrats coming from Georgia. That's what we're going to talk about today. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please hit the like button. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that little bell notification. That way you'll get notified anytime we put out a video. All right, so we have to talk about this. And yeah, I was contemplating going on live, but I said, you know what? Let me get my thoughts together, and then I can come out and just talk to you guys about what we're seeing, because I think this is special. What we're seeing is special because I don't think anyone imagined that we would have one Democrat come out of Georgia, let alone we might have two Democrats come out of Georgia and represent Georgia in the U.S. Senate. I don't think that was something that was heavily thought about. And the fact that this potentially could be happening, it looks like we'll have at least one, and we might have two. Just looking, because what I'm looking at the two counties where they're still counting votes. I'm looking at Fulton County. I'm looking at DeKalb County. They're still counting votes. And we know in both those counties, you have overwhelming support for Democrats. So those numbers that we're looking at right now, they're going to change. And so we're looking at a situation where potentially we might see it go blue. We might see Georgia go blue. And this is all as a result of the stimulus package, stimulus checks. I think that is what's affecting people and bringing them to the polls saying, you know what? We've had enough. We have had enough. These politicians don't want to represent us, so we're going to get new people in there. Because you have to understand, Senator Perdue, he's an incumbent. There's no way in the world he should be this close in a race with someone running for U.S. Senator as the first time. This shouldn't be happening, but it is. You have Reverend Warnock going against Miss Loeffler. Miss Loeffler, she's an incumbent in the sense that she was appointed to the position, but she has not run in an election and won. But still, she does have some of the luxuries of being an incumbent because she was already there first, right? She's running for re-election. She has that name recognition, but she's losing right now. And so I think this is a direct result of how things have been handled when it comes to coronavirus, when it comes to the stimulus package, when it comes to stimulus checks. That's what we're looking at here. We're looking at people saying, no, this is not acceptable. We want a change. Not only do we want a change in Georgia, but we also want Mitch McConnell to change. We want the majority leader in the Senate to change because he is not representing us either. Because he had an opportunity for the $2,000 stimulus check to at least bring it to the floor to have them vote on it. We already knew that there was support for it. We had Republicans supporting it. You had Democrats supporting it, and Mitch McConnell refused to bring it to the floor. That is hurting these senators as well. Because when you look at that and you realize, hey, I have the power to change both these seats, which will in turn change Mitch McConnell. It will make him the minority leader, not the majority leader. He's not going to have the same power. He's not going to be able to call things to the floor. You'll now have Chuck Schumer, a Democrat, in there able to call things to the floor. Maybe we can get a $2,000 stimulus check that way. You had Mr. Ossoff saying, look, we want $2,000 stimulus checks. That's what I'm for. You had Reverend Warnock saying the same thing. You had Biden saying the same thing. $2,000 stimulus checks. You don't think people are thinking about that when they go into the polls to vote? They're thinking about that because they know it's fair. We waited 7 months for a stimulus package. When that stimulus package came, a lot of people were unsatisfied with the stimulus check, the $600. I don't think I heard a person tell me $600, that's perfect. That's what I want. No one could say that. They probably would have said that if it was $1,200. They would have said, you know what, $1,200, that's what we got last time. That sounds about fair. But $600? I didn't hear anyone say, yeah, this is perfect. This is going to pay all my bills. So I think this is a direct result of the fact that the stimulus package was just a disaster. The whole thing was a disaster. You get it passed through the House, the Senate, it gets to the president, and the president says, what are we doing here? I don't want this. And then the president was refusing to sign it. I mean, all this stuff that has happened in the last few months has just been crazy. And we see that our politicians are not representing us. And Georgia has that opportunity, and they're taking that opportunity right now. So I'm hoping that these politicians are watching and they realize I need to represent the people. Because if I do not represent the people, if I choose to represent the party, which politicians on both sides, that's what they're doing. They're representing the party. Oh, you want this? Yeah, I'll represent it. Look at the $2,000 stimulus check. President Donald Trump came out and said he wants $2,000 stimulus checks. Now you see all these Republicans coming out saying, yes, $2,000 stimulus checks. That's what we want. They weren't saying anything 7 months ago. They weren't saying anything 4 months ago about a $2,000 stimulus check. They had to wait until President Trump said he wants a $2,000 stimulus check, and now all of a sudden it's okay. They are representing the party. They're not representing the people. And people are starting to realize that, and they're saying, you know what? We're done. We're done with this. We'll have to see where it goes from here. It looks like we might have a recount in both races. So that's nothing to be alarmed. Georgia's been really good as far as their recounts, and they haven't changed the numbers very much. So we will probably see the same numbers come out regardless. But yes, this, in my opinion, is a rebuke of the way politicians have been handling this whole situation. And I want to know what you guys think. So in the comment section, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.